Part of trusting the process is trusting that even all the mistakes that you're making, and not mistakes, I don't even like to like categorize things as mistakes, because everything is a part of the process of you becoming yourself. And you just got to keep going and understand that everything you're doing is on the right path for you to become who you want to be. And as long as you hold on to the one idea and the one dream of who you want to be in this reality, in this life, everything that you're experiencing is just leading you to get to that point. So that's a part of like the trusting yourself and trusting the process, that whoever you are becoming, whatever that you are going through right now, is getting you to the process of becoming that person. So you have to trust that even in your lowest points, or even in your hardest points, or even things that doesn't make any sense at all, is leading you to be where you're supposed to be in life. And that's something that I had to kind of learn, and it's not a hard way, but something that I had to like surrender to. And I wanted the results so quickly, I wanted to be where I wanted to be so quickly, that when I surrendered and I just held on to the idea that I wanted to be successful, things just started falling into place for me. Even like ways that I didn't understand, like even within my journey of right now in my career, I didn't ever see myself in a sales position. I never even knew what sales was, honestly. I was coming out of college, I was confused. I had two pennies to rub together. Like I literally lost my job. I got hired to be what was it? I was a paralegal, and this woman literally like just did me real dirty. So I literally had no job. And I remember one time I was meeting my friends out, and I had $3 left to my name, and I still went out and met up with them and just like pretended like everything was okay. And when I got someone, like one of my old friends who I barely talked to really, contacted me, and we were just having a conversation. She was like, you should apply for this job that like she referred me to a job agency, and I did the job agency, and I interviewed for the position that for a sales rep position at this company, not knowing what the hell it was. And I was like, you know what, this is something I can do in the meantime. And I ended up making $88,000 the first year that I was there. And I was like, I can't believe you can just make this much money talking on the phone and telling people what to do, essentially, which is something that I'm really good at, right? And then after like a year within that position, I remember my manager at the time was like, you love this job so much, you're making so much money, you're gonna be here forever. And I literally looked at him and I was like, I'm gonna quit next week. If I can sell this, and I am really good at it, I know I can sell even higher ticket items and make a bigger commission. So I was already like, I'm in it for the money at this point, and I want to make more money. And he was like, oh, like a manager position just opened up, you should apply for it. And I was like, okay, yeah, right. Like, why would I think that I would be a manager, right? So everyone that was managers at the time were middle-aged men. Like they were all like way older than me, and I was like 25 years old at the time. So I really didn't even apply when he told me to apply. And the next day he comes up and he was just like, did you send in your resume to HR? And I was like, no, because why would I, right? And he was like, send in your resume right now. I already spoke to the VP about you. And I was like, okay. It all felt so surreal as I was going through the process of interviewing. When I tell you, like, I didn't take it seriously, I could have sworn I probably like accidentally cursed like 2 times during the interview with the VP. And they laughed when I cursed, because I really just did not care. I was like, there's no way in hell they're gonna promote someone like who, like, I don't have any experience in management. Like, why would they promote me? And I was just like kind of denying myself, but at the same time I didn't take it seriously. I was just having fun with it. And I was like, if they hire me, they do. If they don't, oh well, like I have other plans, who cares? And it wasn't until I had an interview with the CEO and the COO at the time, and I was just like, oh, like you guys are actually really considering me. And after I think about 2 weeks of interviews, I got the job, and I was just like, How is that possible? Like, you guys are promoting me, and like, what? It just didn't make any sense. But I always knew that I had leader in me, and I always knew that I was gonna make a lot of money in my life. Like, it doesn't matter what I did, I knew I was gonna be successful in it. So I got promoted to management, and after a few years as management, I became senior manager, and currently my title is director. And even that just seems so like far-fetched. Like, my job title, everything, the fact that I managed, when I first got promoted, I managed the largest team on the sales floor, and I mean in the company in general. So I had like 22 people that were reporting to me, which was so outrageous. It's not something that I was just like, oh, like, sure. I was just like, wow, how is this happening to me? And I was still having such a good time at life. I was making all this money. I was traveling. I was just doing whatever the hell that I wanted to do. I lived in a luxury apartment. After a year of living in that luxury apartment, I was able to move. I had a roommate at the time. I was able to move into my own apartment in a very, very popular area of the city. And it just kept happening. Everything just kept falling into place. Even in the process of buying my house, my friend literally just said, I was telling her I wanted to move out of my apartment because it just got too small for me. And she said, oh, you should buy a house. And I said, me buy a house? Like what makes you think I could buy a house? Because like, everyone makes like buying a house such a big, huge thing. And even like becoming a director, I think society have us believing that these things are such huge things to achieve, that when someone presents it to us, we're just like, yeah, right. But she said, let's just look at some houses. And then I ended up stumbling into a beautiful house, the current house that I'm living in right now, that I was just like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this. It was a brand new and I was like, I want that one. And guess what? We put in an offer and I lost it, right? Like someone else had put in an offer right before me, and the sellers accepted it. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, okay, that's fine. We'll keep looking at other houses. And I was like, no. That's my house, and I'm gonna get that house. And I believed it down to my soul that house was mine. And guess what? After a month of me just saying, I don't wanna look at any other houses, and I was just like relaxing into it, I didn't care. They called me. They called my realtor, which was my friend at the time. She's still my friend. And they said that the couple that put in an offer are actually getting a divorce, so the house is going back onto the market. And I said, what? And she called me right away because they knew I wanted the house, so we were able to get it at a lesser price than what they were originally asking for, because they didn't want to put it back onto the market. Everything just falls into place so perfectly once you embody the energy of the fact that you can get everything that's possible for you in this world. And if someone told me that I would have been making the income that I was making at the age that I was making it just seemed impossible. If someone told me that I would have been able to buy a house before age 30, I'd have been like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. And I know there's possibilities because I see other people on social media doing these outrageous things, but it's just about fully believing that I believed anything was possible. I didn't know what path these possibilities would come to me, but I still fully believed in myself. And I knew that I was capable of doing anything that I set my mind to, and that I was gonna attract my ideal reality no matter what. And that's it. You just have to fully believe in yourself, and you have to know that this universe is here to create whatever it is that you want out of it. And you cannot let go of that idea and that thought, and you have to sit within that and have it get you so excited that anything is possible. So don't listen to people who are like, you have to do this, and it's gonna take 80 years to do this. I made money in investments that people are saying like, it's gonna take 60, 70 years to do. Anything is possible once you set your mind to it and you fully believe that truly anything is. We live in the matrix, guys. You can create any type of reality that you want. You just have to fully believe and know that it's possible for you. And speaking from an immigrant, like from Senegal, from a poor family, I was able to do it, which is why I believe anyone can do it, which is why I'm here. And I know that any woman watching me is fully possible for you too. So please like and subscribe for more.